begins to play. Hey.
There we go.
We all live in a yellow cell. I'm gonna turn my phone off so it won't play that again. Because the baby will probably call me back. Hi. How y'all doing? How's it going? Hello.
So bad.
Thank you. I was like, did you see me? I'm like, I don't know where it is. I don't know. Hello. Okay.
You have any other ones?
What?
Did you find any other people that asked the questions?
No. Hey, Diamond. How you doing, honey? Hi. There we go. Okay, now let's see here. See more.
Oh, boy.
See more.
It's laggy.
It's not working. Where's it laggy?
There.
Oh, what we talking about today? We trying to figure it out. We got like three. We have 3 topics to talk about today.
Yeah.
What do we have to talk about today? Well, we got 3 topics, but we trying to get our stuff to work on over here. We need everything to work, and so that's what we're working on at the moment. So we don't have so many problems like we did last time. The thing kept turning off on us and stuff, so we just praying that this will work. Please work. Oh, 4 topics then.
Polygyny got too many days on my ass.
Working
4
hard
topics?
trying to find it. That's 4 topics, right? 4 whole topics. While I try to get the live stream on over here, I might have to use my phone because it's not acting right on that computer.
Okay. And don't forget to do your thing on the computer.
What?
To go spread those messages.
That's what I was trying to do.
But you could
Trying to
read
share
the
it.
screen, right?
I can see
Oh
that.
yeah, it's
Fine.
perfect. You
Okay,
see
cool.
this?
So do you want to go spread the word to the masses?
Spread the words to the
As far as
masses,
what?
babe.
I don't know.
We're here. We're
We're
here.
Okay, so let's see.
We can get started, but
Last week was pretty cool though.
last week was great. We had
Except
a,
for the
lot of
technical
questions.
difficulties.
it's minus the technical difficulties. We had a large turnout.
We'll have to.
The week before there
probably
was a
today,
large
too.
turnout too.
What'd you say?
Week before?
Yeah, it was a
Look,
large
finally.
turnout.
There it is.
Like 3 minutes later.
3 minutes later, we've been waiting.
Alright, so let's see. This is also going to be another question and answer session. So if you have any questions you'd like to ask, go ahead and type them on the screen. Also, if you'd like to be invited, and ask us questions live one-on-one, just go ahead and request to be added.
What? Make this complicated, man.
No, she gonna press that button.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
And then might hit the wrong
he
button.
just gonna press that button. We just gonna bring you right on
Alright,
in.
I ain't saying nothing. Watch me press this button.
No.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, she clicked
See?
like on Diamond's comment.
There's buttons. Don't make me put Santa Claus and all this stuff up here.
Oh
I
no.
have it saying.
What am I
Merry
supposed to do
Christmas.
with Santa Claus? And Merry Christmas?
Alright, so let's see. How many more minutes?
No, I'm already
No?
sharing, so we can get started.
Alright.
Y'all, we're welcome to talk and begin because I am doing my thing as we speak.
Great.
Put my juice down.
So one of the questions we were asked on our page was, I'll paraphrase it. This sister and her boyfriend have been together on and off for 8 years, and they are open to polygyny. And the question is, do we think it will work?
Yes. Do we think it'll work?
The question is, do we think it'll work? First off, when he becomes your husband, then I think you can start to consider polygyny. But if you're still boyfriend-girlfriend status, then I mean, there is no, there's commitment and exclusiveness, but I don't think that if you guys are still calling each other girlfriend and boyfriend, or you still, that's your boyfriend, I don't think that's the same, because marriage makes everything different. It solidifies it to the community, so socially, to your family, your friends. Yep. Marriage is a lot different than boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, absolutely. She's right. Y'all are still calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend. So,
yeah.
if you guys are planning on being together, go ahead and, jump that broom, tie that knot. Let's go ahead and get it done.
But
and then
on and off for 8 years, though.
On and off for 8 years is
That
very
needs to
scary.
be
Yeah.
addressed.
Either y'all gonna be together or you're not.
right.
Regardless of the fault. But, yeah. Try to, this camera's weird. Try to make it, a long stretch of togetherness and you guys are committed and living lives as a married couple.
Yes.
And then maybe consider polygyny.
Yes.
Until then, I wouldn't.
Yeah, now's not the time. But
'Cause
at least you
then
guys
she
are
gonna be
open to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then the other woman, she gonna be girlfriend too.
Yes, that's what would happen. To be honest,
So we just like girlfriend.
we just
perpetually just a girlfriend.
In perpetuity. That's what would happen.
They each got a drawer, one drawer in his house,
no,
or he comes to their house.
because they not together.
It's so many different things that can go on with that.
Yes.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it myself. But to each his own. Not to offend anyone.
We want you to be a wife.
Yeah, we want
We're
you to be
looking
a
out
wife.
for your best interest.
Yeah, not a girlfriend.
Not a girlfriend. No, I mean, I think both of us are part of belief systems where there is no such thing as a girlfriend anyway, girlfriend, boyfriend. So, which could actually segue us into polyamory
that's a
versus
setup
polygyny.
question.
That's a setup
It was a
question.
setup question. It was a trick question. But it was
not a trick
bad.
question. It's a setup
It's
question.
a setup question.
Why?
Because how do you go from on and off boyfriend and girlfriend for 8 years to polygyny? See, people ask questions void of necessary information to try to manipulate the answers they want.
Yeah.
So that's why I call it a setup question, because you're being set up for a desired answer. How do you go from on and off boyfriend and girlfriend for 8 years
To polygyny.
to polygyny?
You get
What's
married.
going on here? No. What's going on here? Is there like other people in the dynamic that people run to?
Great question.
Is that what's going on in the background? Why they're leaning
Who
towards
knows?
It was vague.
polygyny?
It was very, very not clear. And we want the questions to keep coming. So
Yeah, so don't like
ask and ask.
don't I mean, yeah, we're saying it wasn't clear, but I mean, we did our best to try to answer it with the knowledge that we had, right?
Yes.
Right. So
Go ahead.
Please no setup questions.
no setup question.
I like setup questions because so many people have them.
They do.
So do you guys know what you guys are talking about? Or you guys just talking?
Which leads us to polyamory versus polygyny.
I'll let you do that one.
Oh, really? Okay. So a lot of times in these groups, what we tend to find is people are calling everything poly. Everything's poly. It's a poly family, poly couple, poly community. Everything is poly. And those of us that have been long time polygyny advocates, pro polygyny, however you want to call it, in the existing established polygynous families, tend to, it's kind of like dragging your fingers down the, chalkboard when you just say poly. It's like, oh my God. It's like, so, the question is, like, why does it do us like that?
Yes.
Typically because the term poly is this umbrella term. It's this huge term that's supposed to cover every type of relationship that has more than one. It is not a clear and defined term. And so a lot of polygynists, a lot of established polygynists, people that are educated on polygyny and whatnot, they tend not to use the word poly, mainly to differentiate what we have going on here. A lot of people that use poly are coming out of the polyamorous realm. And I know that as of the last couple of years, they've started saying that polyamory is the umbrella term for all things poly. Like, I'm trying to keep it to where you understand it. It's not exactly the truth, because the term polygyny, polygamy, even polyandry, all these other terms were around well before polyamory was a thing. So in order to avoid confusion, we tend to try to stay away from the term poly.
What is poly?
Poly simply just means many. That's, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just many. And so it's just very unclear. It is often synonymous to us. When we hear it, it's synonymous to polyamory. And polyamory means many loves, many loves. And it's just a word that minus that is pretty much undefined. Yeah. It has no framework. There is no definition. Nobody has to be married to anyone. Nobody has to be in any type of actual full framed out relationship with anyone in order to be considered poly. So, there can always, it's sexual partners, and people don't have to be straight.
Yes.
They can be bi and they can be gay. And
he can have a boyfriend.
Oh my gosh, heavens no. So, heaven forbid. But all this kind of stuff gets to go on under the framework of poly or polyamory. So, polyamorous people, even when it's a man and more than one woman, polyamorous people will be like, oh, we're the same. They'll see a quote unquote progressive polygynous family like our situation here, and they'll be like, oh my goodness, we're the same. It's a man and two women, so obviously we're the same. And then when we hear what actually is going on over there, polygynous people are like, no, we're not the same. For example, wives being married to each other.
Yes.
That is just some other stuff.
That's our wife.
Yes, she's going to be our wife. We're looking for, hi, Andre, how you doing? Hi.
We're looking for
Yes, we're looking for our wife. She's going to be married to us, and she's going to love us equally. That's really polyamorous of you. That's not really what
polyamorous of you.
That's not really what polygynous would. No, we don't really.
Polygyny, the women are married to the man.
To the man.
End our period. That's it. There's nothing else.
Yes. Yes. What do you say? A V?
It's a V. Okay. A V, yes.
As opposed to a triad. So often, we'll be in these groups and we'll hear somebody come through and they say we're looking for a triad. We're looking for a closed triad and things like that. And we can get it, but we want to be clear. And we want everybody else to be clear and understanding as well as what they're asking for. So a closed triad, it is a triangle, and all angles on this triangle are all involved with each other, and the wives are more than likely married. So a polygynous situation, I'm only talking about with two wives. That's the only reason I'm just using it for that. But there can obviously be multiple wives in this situation. The husband is here, and these are the wives, and then you could put another one. You know what I mean? But the husband is the hinge. He is the catalyst for the wives. The wives are not catalysts for each other. So that's the difference. And it's I'm saying you can be whatever you want to be in. You can fall under whatever definition you want to fall under. That's fine. Just understand what is polygyny and what is not polygyny.
Yes.
And hey, Latrice, how you doing?
That is not polygyny.
Yes.
Unless that man is claiming you as his wives and you guys are moving as husband and wife, then I don't see how you can put the polygyny label on it.
Yeah.
There's no one owes anyone anything.
Right.
Like to say polygyny is marriage. So
you have to
talk louder. Polygyny is marriage. So you have to start with marriage.
There you go. Yes.
It's the man having multiple marriages to multiple women running. Running at the same time. That's what polygyny is.
That is.
It's nothing other than that. But I think one of the plights, if you would call it, from the triad people is they cling to polygyny because of the one man, multiple woman dynamic. Mm-hmm. So they want to be able to use it to differentiate between the other dynamics. Mm-hmm. And they see that as the common. They see that dynamic as the common thing. they see that as what makes polygyny, not not the marriage, not the but it's one man and multiple women. Yeah. And that's where that's where the fight is, or not the fight, but the conflict, right? With the the triad polyamorous and the polygynous. Right. The triad polyamorous, or the one man plural women polyamorous, where the women do have a somewhat spousal relationship with each other. They want that label because it separates them from the the multiple man, multiple women, or the one woman, multiple man, plural mating relationships. And the polygynous, or the Abrahamic faiths, or Afro-centered polygynists, say no. In our business, the men are mated, the women are mated with the man. Yeah. So your stuff is different, and it's not what we do. So mad. that's the conflict right there. And then they get mad. Yeah. They will say the discriminated are discriminating.
Yes. Yes, they will.
That's what they will say.
They do all the time. How can y'all be like that when we already fighting all this other stuff out here, and y'all want to be like that too? What if? Then the next question is, well, if he gets to have multiple wives, then does that mean you can have multiple husbands too?
No.
What's in it for me?
Yeah.
This all for him.
No.
What's in it for me?
That's what's in it for me, and that's always a question of a lot of these people.
The same people that come and they say that.
They say,
what about me?
That's why we need to share her.
Yeah, we need to share her too.
So they can feel like they feel like they're not getting it then.
Another one.
Boy, I tell you. So
that's what they say all the time.
So okay,
we did that one.
What's another? We did that one.
We gonna do these. These is the big ones. We're gonna do last.
Okay, so we'll do them last.
How do our families?
Oh, I got it right here. Multiple husbands always comes up. Yes, Amy, you are correct.
This whole big pen thing, I can't see
what that.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry, that's me. Should I unpin it?
No, leave it pinned.
Okay. I won't unpin it. I pinned a statement. There's nothing.
Oh, let me fix this blind. It's driving me insane.
Oh, is it?
Where's that?
Where's that? You're failing. Oh. Is it working out?
Better.
Oh. All right.
My brain was like, can't compute.
It's somebody looking through the thing at us. Okay.
All right.
So okay. What was the next thing?
How do our families relate?
How do our families relate to polygyny? So a question came in one of the groups, and they wanted to know how each of our families relate to our you would say extended families, but my parents and my siblings and so on and so forth, y'all's parents and y'all's siblings, and how they relate to what's going on over here. So who wants to go first? Okay.
My family is basically doesn't surprise us. What do you do next? In my family, they have a little background in it. It wasn't the best. Things weren't done in the best of ways. My grandfather had 4 wives at one point. He has 3 sons that are exactly 2 months apart in age. He was in a Nation of Islam. So this was back when polygyny was not, the thing to do back then. Outside of that, my oldest daughter, she's 19. She's no judgment. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. The rest of my family.
She's visiting, huh?
Yeah, she's upstairs on her phone FaceTiming somebody, who knows. But my family, my family is the typical, what's wrong? Like, are you sure this is what you want to do? You just can't get your own man. Oh. But then it's like, wait a minute, but you, I can get my own man. I can get my own man. However, why are you with Bobby Jimmy still for like, the last 15 years and Bobby Jimmy got like a wife and like a whole bunch of kids? Mm-hmm. Doesn't make sense. So then I just look at the hypocrisy and I'm just like, whatever. But outside of that, they don't have no problem.
Okay.
None. I mean, what they gonna do?
Yeah.
They gonna whoop me.
They can't do that. You grown.
They gonna whoop me.
Yeah, no. Yeah. They can try.
They'll get over it. Yeah. They're fine.
How does your family feel?
My family's all right, but I have a kind of, I have a patriarchal stance in my immediate family, to where they kind of just let me respect what I do.
Right, absolutely.
My brothers live in and about the state we live in, and they visit often, and and they just they just come through like it's nothing. So much so that they don't even ask questions like, so how does this happen? How is it, man? Is it stress? Nah, they just treat me like, hey, show me that new gun you have.
Right.
Let's talk about this.
It's just like day to day.
And they're respectful, right?
Yeah.
There's never any disrespect or anything like that.
No.
So, with my family, they are aware of what's going on. And you're asking Latrice, who all knows that we're polygynous, and Alan is asking, have our families accepted the relationship? It seems to me like they have no choice but to. We will all go over to my mother's house. We will all go over to my sister's house. And my sister's much older than me. So she's technically old enough to be my mom. So, but she doesn't act like my mother, right? She doesn't act like my mom. She's my sister.
She's actually younger than me.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's the other
I'm the mom.
Yes.
But, so she's totally accepting, she loves Deandra like a sister and everything.
That's my boo.
Yeah, she's always, she loves Deandra. My mother is once again is as accepting as she's going to be. She's very nice all around. Both her and my dad and my stepfather, they all treat the grandchildren. They all treat our children like they're all their grandchildren, all of them. So like, I don't know, what was it, last week or the week before? She take
the bracelet.
Yeah, she took
Celia to get her charm bracelet.
Yes, she takes the girls, her female grandchildren, her granddaughters, that's what they're called, right? her granddaughters, she takes them after a certain age to she takes them shopping all the time, but there was a specific thing for this year's birthday is a charm bracelet. And it's not a little cheap charm bracelet. It is a real charm bracelet, and she says that from now on, every year of their birthday, she's going to get them another charm to put on there, and it's one where you have to get it professionally put on, so you got to take it back and give it to the people, let it stay there a few days, and whatever the girl has chosen is going to go on the thing. So she took my daughter this summer on her birthday, and then she took her daughter last week or the week before, and they spend the entire
the whole day together.
She took her everywhere with her. This is my granddaughter. They went, look, not to get the child's nails done, to get grandma's nails done. And the child just had to sit there. Yes, this is my granddaughter. Like, oh my God, she looked just like you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, everybody looked like each other.
She looked just like you. Thank you. Yes. And they went and looked at. I think she took them to go see fur. She took her to go see fur coats. Go look at fur coats. For Mamo. This is not actually for the child, but for Mamo. They went and looked at stuff because she's got some event coming up, so she took her. We're going to go look at this dress. I need to put it on and all. Wow. And then they went and got the little piece of jewelry. Yeah. That's not her biological granddaughter, but she certainly treated her like that.
Yes.
So we'll go to family events together, and we'll all be together, and I mean, my family is the in-town family. Mm-hmm. So they're the ones that have to interact with us all the time. And there was never any argument between me and them about it. My sister did help a lot to discuss things with my mom and my dad.
Remember last year it was, and if DeAndre wants to bring a friend.
Yes, that's what happened last year at the last family event.
If DeAndre wants to be a friend.
DeAndre want to bring a friend, she can bring a friend too. I'm like, huh? What you say, Mom? What? She's like, mm-hmm. That's my, because she kind of knew I was like, mm-hmm. I'm just saying, if she want to bring a friend, she can bring ain't no friend. All right, well, thanks, Mom. We're coming. Her friend is the husband. It's the same guy. So, you know. But,
so she said, who all knows?
Who all knows?
So, friends, family, work.
Okay, all of our closest family knows.
The village knows.
The village knows. And then and our closest friends know too.
My friends, and I talked to one of my friends today, and I haven't talked to her in
about
knows. 2 years, and she's just like, well, friend, you never surprised me. So
our closest friend knows.
Our closest friends know.
Earl was just
some of my closest friends are probably tuning in right now. Yeah. Yes, we've gone out to eat with Earl and already. So
work.
Well, since
I keep it away from my clients.
You do, but the thing is, one of them did ask you because they wanted to know if your sister was quote unquote one of your wives. They did halfway say
wait, what?
Yes, they thought Denise was one of. And they asked them. They were like, "So who is that to you? So who is that?"
Because my sister works for me.
Yeah,
so she dispatches for me.
No, she was never saying last name, but she was. They were like, "Who is that? Who is that?" He's like, "Oh, that's my sister." Oh, because I thought it might have been one of your wives. Girl, they tried it. It was hilarious. I was like, no.
Wow.
But since we don't have like employee situations, and a lot of what we have is contractual obligations, it doesn't work like that. They either know or they don't know. I know that a lot of people that shop with us are actually some of the people that shop with
I'm
us
not trying to lose my contracts.
He's not trying to lose his contracts.
Sister wives, they lost their contracts.
He's not trying to lose his contracts or anything. But our store, which last video we talked about our businesses and things, so it's completely different industries.
His name is Sir.
That's
he doesn't have a name.
But our store, a lot of the people that shop in our store here locally, I'm saying a lot, but I'm saying like some of the people that shop at our store are also pro-polygyny. They're polygyny advocates. There have been families that shop with us, and and so here in our town, in our city, we try to get people together and like, let's all go and hang out and stuff like that. So we're totally open to that. Let's like go hang out.
I'm like, hey, have you ever thought about polygyny?
There is a culture or a subculture.
There is a subculture.
There's the Pan-African culture here that's growing, and within that culture, we could express it.
We can express it.
It's accepting. It's something that there's this great awakening going on. A lot of people are looking to it, asking questions, and now they're seeing it.
Yes.
So they're not condemning it or looking down on it. They're like, oh, this is that thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So. And they come with their questions.
We have a lot of polygyny discussions in the store.
In the store with customers, our employees that we've had over time, they all know. All of them know, whether they agree or not. Yes. They all know. Trust me, they like to say stuff here and there.
I can share with my.
I can't share
mommy.
They'll come and they'll ask us certain things, and our employees know they end up like family anyway.
Yes. Everyone is family.
Whether they still working there or not, they family. So they know. So yes, like our husband said, the village definitely knows.
Where did they go?
The other questions. It is something weird.
Somethingweird.com.
Let's see. So Jennifer had asked who the male is that's speaking. That's our husband. And
his name is Sir.
Sir.
He has no name.
Horatio.
We gotta keep those contracts.
Horatio says shalom. Ain't nobody finna stop his contracts. But don't worry, we go honor that. Let's see. Oh, did you guys use marriage contracts? I mean, yes and no. What are we on here? We on the honor system?
I mean, well, Kasifa's word is like...
No.
We did.
Well, no, not no as in no, we didn't. I would say no as to what she was
saying. What? How you ain't let me finish. See? Y'all saw that? Y'all should like inbox and be like, sir, let her finish.
Dear sir, let her finish what she was saying.
Sorry.
No.
What I was saying is like Sifa is like a man of his word, so I haven't had any issues.
There are certain things you do where you tie it in, like which actually ends up being a contract. Like businesses, we have formed businesses together. There is the life insurance. So there are certain things you do that kind of ties it in legally. There is the whole trust thing, which a lot of people, you get information here, information there. It has to be this kind of trust, that kind of trust. So there is that you could explore, see if that works for you. I've found though that the point of the contract is security, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then you get the life insurance, the business formations, which is actually more recognizable by law.
Yeah.
As far as security goes.
Mm-hmm.
And with less of the how do you call it, the complications.
Yeah, got you.
So somebody asked us, speaking of complications, have we had any legal complications? And if so, what are they?
No,
not yet.
Not yet.
Doesn't mean that it won't happen. But 1,000 years ago, when he and I were not married, he was in ICU. And like I said, we weren't married, but we were certainly together. And when they asked me who I was with all his sisters, because he comes from a pretty decent sized family, I said I was his sister. No, went in and saw.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could always do that kind of thing. But
man, I ain't doing none of that.
That's his wife.
You gonna open this door? What you mean?
He's got 2 wives.
Save her.
Like they look at me, can you confirm that? Well, yes, this is other wife. Like, let us in. Like, what's your problem?
Y'all don't let me through.
Man, you keep calling out my government.
I did. I'm the one.
No, we don't know his name. We don't know his name.
We're gonna edit this.
We gonna beep.
They don't know what I said anyway.
They ain't having to find your anything. So Jennifer Crenshaw Harris says, y'all seem really happy. Do y'all live in the same house? Yeah. Uh-huh.
My room's upstairs.
Her room is upstairs. And all the kids stays out there.
They all out there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you just heard them a moment ago.
They get a little louder once in a while.
I don't know what that noise was.
They're being respectful, So let's see. He said keeping an active will is a must. Talking about legal stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We just gonna embalm them.
We're just gonna
have them sitting on the coffee table.
He's right there. We love him.
He's right there. Don't spray him occasionally.
Oh, because he needs to be put in there with some oil and water. Keep him fresh. There's rosemary in there. We're gonna keep him smelling good. So let's see.
No, everything's fine.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Breathing hard. So what else?
What else?
Ooh, okay. So we crossed that one. Are we gonna try to do philosophy? Somebody asked us a question about what is our philosophy? Which, I mean, I don't know.
What
do you mean? We don't eat pork, or shellfish.
Yeah, we don't eat pork. We don't eat shellfish.
That's what's your diet.
But it's tied into, I guess, what is our philosophy? I guess
family first over individuals.
Yeah.
Is that going?
Absolutely. We're about the tribe.
We're about the tribe.
Absolutely. So everything is for the good of the family unit.
Oh, shit.
Are we upside down?
Hello.
Rotate your device. Rotate your device.
Hello.
Everything just fell.
I did cuss, but
It doesn't matter.
wait, where's the camera? Hello.
There's the
Is
camera.
this my good side? That's
It's
your good
gonna
side.
be it's your only side. How you know this is my good side?
Tell me where your good side
I
at.
don't know.
There you go.
No, it's not.
Which one?
I don't know.
I ain't got no hang time for that over there.
So that's not your good side because you ain't
No.
got hang time? Come on. Horatio said, cut the tape.
Cut the red tape.
Yeah.
He wasn't talking about this tape. He's
You
talking
talking
about
about the
the
red
tape.
tape?
The
Or
red
is he
tape.
talking about the fact that we
Because
just
we talking
knocked
about
the
contracts.
camera down?
No, that was pre.
He's our
Why y'all laughing at us? We upside down.
No.
Oh,
that's
that's
you.
what-
That's previous. This is delayed. This is a delayed response.
Look
down
at
here.
I tried.
Oh.
See?
All right.
See, but you just gonna end up having to hold this thing.
Yes, producer.
Calling on my government.
Oh, gosh. I can't.
Are you
Okay,
the
look,
man?
his name.
Are you the nose,
Listen.
por favor?
Okay.
I'm going to read, okay. Mercy Chesed, Shalom.
Mm-hmm.
If you are considering being an incoming wife, how should you discuss his current financial management and stance? How should we discuss his current financial management and stance?
I don't know.
When you're dealing with a husband that's already in progress, you know what I mean? He's already established.
What does it look like?
I'm
I
sorry?
don't know. My hair got messed up.
Horatio said we need to fire the camera.
Sorry, baby.
Wait.
You firing your friend. Like, don't fire your friend. Like, apparently he needs this job.
Don't finish reading.
Oh, no, I'm trying to answer the question.
Girl,
Discussing
finish.
his current financial management, y'all should definitely discuss it. Everybody's got different ways of dealing with their finances, and I think wives should definitely come under the way their husbands deal with their finances, but I personally don't believe in being with a man who spends too much and is not aware of his finances and tries to live above his means and stuff like that. He's trying to look and see. It's fine. It's okay. We're all good.
Whose finances are they? Is it his money? Was it his wife's money?
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Right?
That's number one.
Yes, wait, pause, yes.
Who the daddy?
Who the daddy? Because he got to be the daddy.
He got to be the daddy. If he is not,
Don't do it.
like the primary source of life,
For the family's income
family,
and stuff. Don't
income
do it.
protections, all that, then I don't, that matters, man.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
then it makes an imbalance because now his wife, she the breadwinner.
If
She
she's
gonna
the
tell you,
breadwinner and she's making the money, if you got one of these
go wash some
situations,
dishes.
if you got one of these situations where the wives work and the husband does not work, please understand. Even if they trying to, even if he's the head, it's exceedingly difficult, in that situation for, you know what I mean. If it's all one of our money, and you know what I'm saying, it's no good. Definitely be clear what you're getting into before you get in there, because once you're in there, you're in there. Okay, so you want to know about his finances. You want to know what all he has. I'm not saying as I'm not saying as a potential, as a woman that's being courted. I'm not saying she needs to know like a dollar amount per se. She want to know the dollar amount. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you want to know the dollar amount. I mean, but
Don't listen to me.
why not?
Don't listen to me because
Why
I'm
not
crazy.
You came in though, so that's why I have to defer to you. I
Who's
have
the
to
daddy?
ask.
That's all I want to know.
She just want to know.
Who's the father?
She just want to know.
That's based on a question.
Yes.
What was the question?
Okay, once again, the question was, hang on, I'm going to find it.
Yeah, it's right there. Go.
Where is it?
Wait.
Right there.
there.
How should you discuss his current financial management and stance? I'm saying
As
it
an
must be
incoming
discussed. As an incoming wife, she needs to know. And I'm saying she might not need to know.
Whose money it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I would take it as his money. She's talking about how he manages.
She's
Right.
saying, but
Managing whose money? Whose money is he managing?
is he working, or is the wife working and he stays at home and he's financing this entire ordeal on the existing wife or wives?
We would have to take it as his money. The way the question was asked.
Okay.
All right. Okay. The way the question was asked.
The way the question was
Assume it's his
asked.
money.
We're going to
It still must be discussed.
We're gonna assume that
it must be discussed. I mean, because you're gonna have to be able to be down with his program.
Yes. How does he spend money? Does he save money? Does he spend it on like Jordans and Rap Snacks? Like, what is he spending his money?
Rap Snacks. Rap Snacks have a lot of MSG. Yeah, you want to make sure that you know what's going on with the financial situation and where you're going to fit in. You want to make sure that you're okay with the way he spends and the way he doesn't spend and things like that, because you're going to have to come into his household and be ready to be a part of that house.
Yes.
But that is no different from a monogamous marriage.
It is no different than a monogamous
marriage. Just marriage.
That's just marriage.
That's just marriage.
A lot of questions are just marriage.
Yeah, it's just marriage.
Marcellus Hawkins says, do any of the wives work a 9 to 5? Yes and no. The answer is mostly no, because we're not employed by anybody outside of the household. We have our businesses, quote unquote. My husband is my boss. That, you know, like we need shirts to say that.
Pretty much.
Our husband is our boss.
Yes.
And you know, we work for the family. So our businesses, we are all very hands-on in those businesses in the capacity that we are hands-on in those businesses. So that's that one. Andre White.
So.
Sure.
We run 2 businesses plus we homeschool.
Yes, plus we homeschool.
Okay.
That's right.
She is.
They can't see you pointing. Sorry. He's pointing.
Red shirt.
Red shirt
is the homeschool teacher.
Yes.
And blue shirt is the store manager. Right. So, but she helps out. Red shirt. Sorry. Helps out at the store and works the store on her off days.
On the blue shirts.
On the blue shirts.
He's trying to get it. He put two. Okay.
But we also have another employee at the store.
Yes.
That will work there on both their off days, because there are 2 days out of the week when it's just the family.
And today's one of them.
Having both. Today's one of them.
Yes.
The family having both, so the employee will work there. And he also works there when they're there as well.
Yes.
So we have a shift thing going on. And we also have contractors at the store as well that work in the salon area.
Yeah, there's a salon. So there's...
Hello? One more time.
You gotta know when to fold
I quit. Listen, I tried. Y'all don't even want to know how I had this thing erected up there.
Next
it was
time
awesome.
we'll do it.
You gonna hold this, sir?
You gonna hold this, sir?
Yeah, I'll hold it.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me what it looks like.
It looks good. It looks good, y'all. We still here. Everybody clap. Oh, yes. There is a face palm on the ratio.
Wait. Oh, no. Okay, listen.
What?
Go.
Is the juice gone?
I'm holding it right here. Go ahead. Take care of yourself.
The juice is gone?
Go ahead.
No,
I got you. No.
He wasted. Oh,
Poor thing. You got away.
Oh.
And I told y'all, I said we was gonna have 2 mishaps. Didn't I tell y'all? I was like, we gonna have 2.
Every time.
We gonna have 2.
Every time we awesome.
It's like somebody.
If y'all want to donate to us an actual tripod,
if y'all want to get us a tripod,
that would be great.
To hold on to
the
this phone.
address.
I got a J7, J5, something. I don't know what this is.
Okay, all right.
Camera.
All right, wait, no, we got to where was
all right,
we?
go ahead.
So, okay, yes, then we got the contractors in the back. That's at the store. Then she be putting blue in her hair and stuff. Everybody think we're the same person at the store.
I don't know how.
My hair is black. Okay.
She got black hair. I got blue hair and purple in the back.
The same person, you know. And then what I do? You point again.
Red shirt.
Blue shirt is my human resource / assets.
Yes.
Manager. For his company.
I manage the assets.
Yes, for his
this
company.
car, this truck.
And red shirt is...
Red shirt is...
She does my
admin,
my accounting.
Yes,
accounting.
Yeah, invoicing, payroll.
Any emails you get from him.
She hates accounting.
I do. I'm not good at it.
Wait.
Me and my math is like, well, but any emails is coming from his company. It's probably me. In fact, I have my, we have our own email addresses. So any invoices and stuff for any.
Thank God for QuickBooks and Excel.
Yeah, thank God for Excel. I'm good at Excel. That's the thing. I can type in my equations. That's the thing.
I don't want to ever.
You don't want to switch jobs? No. I don't like her job either. I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do that.
Mercy said your poor phone.
I know. But you know what? This phone is one of the cheapest phones you can find, and I have dropped it out of cars and everything. It has not cracked the screen.
Still here. There's not even a cracked screen.
I had S6, and it just shattered.
Man, the phone is not the loss. The show.
But the show's going on.
Disrupted. That is.
Well, it wouldn't have been a show without it.
Woo! Wouldn't have been a show if we didn't drop the camera. If we didn't have some kind of delay.
Right.
So yes.
Next time we'll go with
your method.
That's fine. Whatever your method is.
I tried.
Whatever your method is fine.
Yes.
Yeah. So I do all the awesome emails. I'm always gonna talk to and things like that.
Oh, see, you asking too
many questions. We're not there yet. Don't look at a question yet. No. Listen, nobody. We ain't there yet. We got other questions. She's reading forward. Andre White says, question. I was watching a show where a sister who was getting married asked about having a shared bank account or a separate bank account. The host suggested they have 4 different accounts. One for bills, one for joint saving, and one for self. How do you all deal with finance? And then he said we was funny. Yes, because we be dropping the camera. Again, I apologize. With the finances, but the bank accounts though. There is a bill pay account. Mm-hmm. There is a checking. I'm saying where we just spend money, but that's not what I mean. Like gas and groceries and stuff come out of there. Monthly expenses. Kids' doctor's appointments come out of that account. We have the store account. Mm-hmm. We have his business account. Mm-hmm. I
have an account.
She has her account. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, I know there's questions and stuff. And I know you've been here some years or whatever, but in relation to how long the marriage has been, it's been 15 years. Admittedly, she's new. You know what I mean? You want to force her to add her account in? You know what I mean? No. No, don't do that.
No. Y'all want to know?
Things can evolve. What? Do they want to know what?
I have my accounts. It's mine. All mine. All mine. Yes. And I have access to their accounts.
Yes.
Mine, all mine. They have access to my account. It's theirs, all theirs. They don't want to go in there, but they got access.
We don't never go.
Don't ever go in there. So that's our life.
So that's just how it is.
I take cards and I go.
She done took my card. She done took the card and she don't give it back.
I'm like, that's my card.
And I'm like, but I need it. And when I get finished using it, she's like, I expect to have it back too.
Sir, I need my card back. What?
Wait. Yes, sir.
I'd be like, oh, that's where that card is.
Yeah, I've had it for 2 months.
The card. Yeah, it's been gone. That's her
months.
card. Your card is her card now.
Yes, I need it back, as a matter of fact, sir. You took the cards back.
She needs it. She needs it. So, how many wives are in this relationship? Just 2.
Just 2.
If there were more, they would be on the couch with us as well.
There's no room on the couch right now. We need a bigger couch.
She don't want no more wives here.
It's a love seat.
It's a love seat.
I can't even
it ain't no couch.
It ain't no couch. It's a love seat. I can't sit on that couch unless I'm in love. But she won't allow. Look, I'm like, she won't allow.
You can't do that.
Well, she can't. He's like, put that paper down.
I don't want them to see my ugly crap.
Okay, so Horatio says, so how do you convince anyone polygynous or monogamous that building an empire comes first? Did he convince you all to follow your passions?
Passions?
No.
No.
I think men has to we have to stay away from the convincing.
Yeah, I don't think it works.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't sell right.
I was hoping the child would like come
Yeah.
back.
What are our passions though?
I mean,
homeschooling, homesteading, like.
Yeah.
Our passions are pretty much the same. It's kind of like unified.
He left it.
Everybody already be careful. Hold on to yourselves. All right, there we go. Our stuff is pretty much the same. It's homesteading. It's homeschooling. You know, we're thoroughly into our businesses. We have love and hate relationships with the businesses, but we love them both absolutely to death.
Deep side.
Deep side. They are like unruly children, these businesses. Got to spank them, but you love them all the same. And so we put our souls and everything into these businesses, and we just want them to flourish. So we are on the same wavelength. There's not one of us that's like trying to go off and be some, you know, Olympian or something.
I don't want to go like be a rapper.
No.
Or like.
Red Shirt is a conspiracy theorist.
We all conspiracy theorists.
I sure.
Blue Shirt.
See, thank you.
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
She likes farming.
I do.
Stuff.
I like farms.
So
I like farm
she likes
stuff
her
too.
chickens.
I love chickens.
It's one of those things. I don't know anything about farming and farm stuff though, so I'm happy to have her. I really sounded like
we all
You
like
do.
it.
Chicken.
That's the thing about marriage
What's your
and
passion?
family. You share each other's passions, each other's interests.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your passion?
Uh,
Go on, say.
Same thing, man. I guess I'm
scared.
I'm part of the club.
You are.
Yes.
The farming
That's right.
Yes.
conspiracy theories.
He will do.
I like. What are my passions? What do I do?
know.
Right now, it's the flying thing.
Oh, hey.
It's not the flying
she's
thing.
Right.
It's
The flying
it's
thing.
called
It's aerial photography.
Aerial photography.
It's aerial
Yay,
photography.
he
I
loves
just
it.
wanted him to say it.
We want you to admit it.
I didn't want to take that
the
from
first time, the first step in acknowledging that you have a problem.
Yes. He was like, first off, it's not called flying thing. Let's get that straight.
It's not a flying thing. Listen,
Aerial
but
photography.
he's good at it.
Aerial
He's
though.
very good at it.
He's good at it.
You
Though.
guys should check out the
I like
video he
building.
has.
The drone.
Yes, he loves building. We think about it.
And he
We
just-
mention it.
I like growing.
He'll
Yeah,
build it.
and he just manifests.
I like
he likes
growing.
growing vegetables.
But yes, we like gardening. Gardening is wonderful. It's therapeutic.
It is.
Yeah, very therapeutic.
It is.
You get to play with the soil and add things, take
You get to
things
play
away.
God.
Yes.
Yes, he's right. Let's just. She's like every statement is like, oh. Okay.
Okay.
But yes. So I mean, anything we want him to build, he builds.
Yes.
All you gotta do is ask for it and tell him what you want, what the specs are
Yes.
that you want in this thing, and
It's fun.
And he take it.
It's
He'd
fun
be like,
building.
He draw it. He'd be
He
like,
tried to be like, and that's it.
He'd be
That's
like,
an awesome
well,
house.
that is it.
Yeah.
You see?
Look at that girl, a whole box. But yeah, so that's what he does.
Yes.
He builds for us and makes it very nice. Let's see. So he built a chicken coop. How when was that? Was that at the fall? At the beginning of the fall?
That was
Was it September? August? September? October?
October.
It's October.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't give me in time. What is that? So October he built a chicken coop, and you can see that on the YouTube channel. The
It's
chicken
on the
coop is
page.
awesome.
Oh, it's on the page.
It's on the
Sure
page. You
is,
can go
yes.
see it. It's awesome. It's awesome. So, what is your net worth?
Wow. That's a question.
That's the question. That's why I said. That's why I was like, you asking too many
We're
questions.
getting hard in this question, man. Let me look for that question.
You know the feds listening.
You know the feds is watching.
I'm listening.
See?
I'm like, what money?
They finna have us
Lil Wayne's like, what money?
They're gonna have us like Guantanamo Bay and stuff. Y'all gonna come get us.
Oh,
No.
gracious.
Y'all gonna let us stay in there.
I mean, net worth.
No, let's move on. That's what they say.
We
They
was
say
alright.
like $1,700. The average black family's net worth is $1,700.
Yep.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's more than that.
No.
Nah,
No.
I'll put that back.
We got-
$1,700.
$1,700. That's us.
And it's in my bank account.
Put that back.
Fair. Don't look at her stuff for the money. Let's see. Jennifer said no. Don't answer. Don't answer.
Yeah, that's
Mercy says start hiring out your services to realtors. He's too busy. I mean, he builds. He builds for us.
He's our personal.
He's a personal builder.
We can't loan him out.
We can't. It's hard enough loaning him out to family members, and he'll go. They do ask.
Can you come do that?
Yes. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Like, what about my coop though? Like, I need that floor.
We need that coop
slide
done.
out.
We need the coop done. Like
I'm gonna need that nesting box.
Oh, and eggs in there, man. They laying eggs.
Yes.
They like know what to do. I'm
Yes.
like, wow, the chickens know what to do.
But then he say, I want some Rhode Island Reds. Them Rhode Island. I really would like, and we get them. We make it happen.
Oh. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Oh, she said she was joking about the about your network. She's like, no, it was a joke.
Oh, it was a joke.
So let's see. Hishima says, look forward, have a call. Okay. Wendell says, what level were you at financially, brother, before you felt you were ready to take on a second wife?
Here's the thing. I don't know. I just kept building. I just kept building. We've been on this journey since 2004. We stayed on the drawing board for the longest, and we opened ourselves up to taking another wife in 2009, 2008, 2009. By then, I mean, I was secured. We were secured. No, we were still young though, but we were secured. But we didn't acquire. I didn't acquire a second wife until the second business came around. And by that time, with that, it made it more than comfortable financially to do that. A second wife that came in with 2 children, so it made it more than comfortable to do that. That's not saying that it couldn't have been done before that. I think as long as there's cooperation, as long as you have a plan and you're working towards that plan, there's active forward movement in that direction, and as long as within your plan you can fit people in to go forward, then you can do it. But to answer the question, it wasn't until it jumped, the yearly income jumped significantly. Yeah.
They went to $1,701.
We got a whole extra dollar. Let's get away. Don't do it, bro.
But that wasn't what's it. But we weren't like, now we're making all this. Let's get another.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. Only because it's like, I'm saying it like this, but they always say if you wait until you're financially ready, when they talk to my children, if you wait until you think you're financially ready, you will never have another child. You will never do it. So just go ahead. You see what I'm saying? So as the quote unquote the first wife in ordinal numbers, if me and him have a good relationship and I'm happy with him and I'm happy with his ways and anything that's going on, I don't see why you can't bring in another one at that point. I mean, I think that people that are in financial constraints, they're not happy too much. You know what I'm saying? If it's hard, if the finances is making the relationship hard with the first one, I would think that one or the other would be like, no, we're not ready for another wife.
I would have came up there $1,200.
Yeah, we were real comfortable. I mean, you left the workforce 10 years. I was looking at that the other day. It's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years since I've actually been in the workforce. So.
Since you've left, since you've stopped working for the man, quote unquote.
Right.
and just started basically being my personal assistant, stay at home, homeschooling wife.
Yeah.
And, we've been comfortable financially since then. I mean, we've done a lot, take trips around the world, done a lot, made certain moves, opened one business, struggled with that. Then in the struggling, trying to get through, then the opportunity came for a second business, which just like kicked us up. And, we were already talking to her. We knew her before. We tried it with her before. It didn't work out the first time. But then, in talking, we just saw how, we could, come back together with what we've learned from the last time. And, she would just fit in perfectly here and, do this thing and make it work. And now we're almost 2 years deep into this, and it's been working.
Yeah. I was with them shooting in the gym.
Yeah, when she was
true.
when she was there the first time, she actually helped us start the first business.
That is correct.
Yeah, she was a major. She played a major role in that.
Hands on, she was there.
So we saw then that we could work together business wise, and we saw how much of a
she loved.
of a valued player she was, because she did.
She would have known I was there. So.
She's in the tent. I bring her food if you don't show up.
No.
I'm like, are you okay? Here's some chicken.
I'm fine. I have a new language.
Speaking, I've learned a new language out here in the back in the yard. Me and the squirrels, we talk.
Yes.
So okay, Lacey Parker, Alicia says, you all agreed to cohabitate. No one wanted their own home. How are the bank accounts used to sustain one who decides to dissolve the relationship? That's two questions. Yeah. So you all agreed to cohabitate. No one wanted their own home. No.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're building a house that has like double masters. Well, 2 houses that have double masters. So yeah. I mean, it's
we want
who needs their own house? So, like you can have like a whole like acreage of like I mean.
A big house.
We don't think small. Mm-mm. We think big, and we increase the family's value in thinking this way. So now we don't need like 2 rents, 2 mortgages. Well,
no
mortgages.
Yeah,
like
who would have 2 mortgages?
Who would have wanted that?
Part of the reason, minus the fact that we can because we've got the land out there, so we might as well. But our kids are getting bigger. Mm-hmm. So they're getting larger. They were smaller, and the bigger they get, the more we outgrow the current space. Mm-hmm. And that will give us 2 full master bedrooms. You know what I mean? We talked about some secret. Remember we talked about the room, the walkway in between.
Oh yeah,
the secret doorway passage between the 2 rooms.
The little tunnel I crawled.
Yeah, he crawled.
He's like, "Hi,
I'm here.
You're here." He came in through the back, and nobody knows.
The thing is, the 2 house thing doesn't work for us. It works for some people, or so they say, but it does not work.
When he's away,
it does not go with our setup.
When he's away, miss him too much.
And then the children will have a part-time father.
They would have a part-time father.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. We'd have a part-time friend.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
We'd be calling each other, what are you doing?
Some people argue that, though. They'll say that's a matter of opinion, the part-time father.
Our opinion matters, their opinion doesn't.
Well,
that is a way of doing it. Yeah. Your opinion matters. That is correct.
I don't know if they understand. I mean, they might be living
empirical.
It's empirical. Hey,
y'all heard that?
That's an important word in this house. You want it to be empirical. Your opinion has to be empirical. So, okay, the next. Oh, she said, how are the bank accounts used to sustain one who decides to dissolve the relationship?
Well, she should back up to the video where she explained that she has her own thing with access and stuff.
She has her own stuff. And that's what you just want to make sure. And even if you have to build that as time goes on for the quote unquote additional wives, and I'm just using these terms to gain understanding so that we're all on the same level in this conversation. That way, you know what I mean? You want to give her something or build it up at some point. It's unfair. I mean, the same thing for me if I decided to move on or something like that. I need to get my stuff built up. It's already there.
I'm gonna cut half his clothes up. Well, I'm taking this half with me.
It's his shirt. It's mine.
Man, back home, there's man that saw the entire houses and
we gonna saw the whole damn house up.
She's like, I need my house. It's like, why? I just do. We gonna cut the house in half?
Yes,
just
I want that couch.
So let's see. Jennifer said, I'm nosy. Is sir not comfortable on camera?
There's no space on the chair.
It's a love seat.
That's my excuse.
Do you want to see him?
I'm sticking with
He should come and say. He can come.
You want to come see?
No.
Here, I'll hold it.
We're gonna hold it.
I'm scared.
Okay, come on.
You got it. Woo, I'm scared it's gonna fall. Go ahead. Go.
No, I'm not.
We can't see you. You gotta.
There he is.
There he is.
Hello.
That's him.
All right.
Okay.
See, we make the people happy.
Yay!
Making the people happy.
Okay. Shasta says, what are the names of the corporations, the names of the businesses? Because you could build your own C Corp without a polygyny. Well, we didn't do it for the polygyny. We didn't build the businesses for that. I mean...
That question sounds intrusive. Why does she need to know?
Well, I think somebody's slightly against polygamy a little bit because she says we could have built a C Corp without it. But that's not what she's for.
That's why you asked.
She doesn't need the answer. Next question.
I mean, well, we're not going to give the names of the businesses.
Come on,
really.
that's why you asked.
Some of y'all already know the names of the businesses, and that's great. Shop at our store. We have a store here. Mercy said, did you have a wedding for the second wife with the differences in the worship? Oh, so did y'all have a commitment ceremony?
Did we have an Islam, like an Islam?
Based on the different things?
No. Given, where we started off, the way it happened, no. Because it was like a reunion.
Yes, there was
a reuniting of sorts.
Yeah, it's like, how do you do that? I don't know. No.
But they're always planning something.
Why you gotta tell everybody how to be? Anybody asked you?
Let's see. Don't worry about it. What are the steps the man should take when bringing in a new wife, and what should the wife do to help cope with a new wife? What are the steps that a man should take when bringing in a new wife? Miss you. What are the steps the man should take when bringing in a new wife?
And what should the new wife do to help the current wife cope?
Right? Or no, I think it's what the wife should do to help cope with the new wife. Well, I can tell you one thing a wife could do. You want me to answer my part?
Go ahead.
Okay, you can be a friend. And
that's nice. It's always nice.
Yeah, being a friend is just letting her, give her space. I'm talking about literally her space in the house. Literally expect this person to come in and expect her to want to make the house, a home for herself, so expect that. Be ready for, a sisterly friendship, relationship. You and your biological sisters aren't the same, and somehow y'all can get along, so just do that. We get along. Mm-hmm. We're not the same.
No.
So we're different. We have different likes and things like that. So just be open to allowing that person to be themselves and have their different likes and dislikes. That's all you have to do. Yep. You have to be open, cooperative, and accepting. That's it.
Don't. This is my kitchen. I don't like nobody in my kitchen. Why'd you move that ketchup and put it over there? Why did you move the cans over there? That doesn't help a new wife coming in. Yeah, if a woman is very super territorial in her house and doesn't want any essence of this other woman in her house, it just makes it a very That's a nice place to be.
Right. And you don't be a boss wife.
Oh.
Don't be bossy. You you got to understand she is her own person. You don't want to come in with any preconceived notions on how she is going to be. No, I know that you might already have your own best friends. Don't expect her to be like your current best friends. You might have your ideas and dreams of a co-wife and what you think a co-wife would do and what you think you would do if you was coming into a new family. That might not be her. So be prepared for those differences. She has a right to be her own person.
Yes. Absolutely.
And you accepting that makes you a great co, because you're a co too, so it makes you a great co to be like that. Any idea on the steps that a man should take? Or you want him to go to YouTube, watch a video?
Put a lock on your phone.
Put a lock on your phone.
Put a lock on your phone, because if you have a wife.
You guys help me out with that question?
What are the steps a man should take when bringing in a new wife? He needs to understand he needs to be honest with himself on whether or not he can be fair between two women. Because a lot of brothers are not able to be fair between women. So you want to make sure that you can treat them fairly and equitably. You can keep balance between the two of them.
He needs to know what he wants.
You need to know what you want.
If another wife is what he wants and not just another sex partner.
Yes.
That's two different things. Even though marriage is the safest place is the safest
umbrella for it?
No, it's the safest thing for another sex partner.
But you don't have to do that in order to get another sex partner. Because
you need to know. A lot of men, that's what they want. And they go, well, I wouldn't say a lot of men, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's just something that is pushed on us. That a lot
this
of men, that's what they're after. But quite frankly, I have not met a lot of men that are just after.
Because you don't need polygyny to.
Yeah, the public says a lot of men, that's what they're after. They're just after more sex. And here I am saying the same thing, but the truth is I've never met a lot of men. And I know a lot of polygynous men. And I've never met. Well, I've kind of seen a few here and there. You could kind of tell by their wording, but that's like a small amount. A lot of men that I've met that claim to be looking for another wife, they're actually looking for another wife.
Right, specifically. They want to come in and be the capacity of a wife.
Yeah, they have plans for a family. They're not looking for another sex partner. They actually have, when you discuss with them and you hear what they're talking about, these men actually have plans for a polygynous family. They have this vision that they're pursuing.
Yep, you're right. I agree.
But still, it's still something you have to be honest with yourself.
Really search yourself.
Yes.
Because if you don't really search yourself and you bring in
checking up lies,
somebody in, and then all you're gonna do is not be fair and be harsh and treat her like a sex partner and stuff like that. Not be fair to the first wife, not be fair to the additional wives and things like that. You breaking hearts.
Yeah, wasting time.
You are leading people astray. You cause people to walk away from our belief systems, which is a big problem. You leading them away from the Most High because of your wickedness, your inability to be righteous. So you want to make sure that you're fair.
Yes. Fair.
Across the board. And we're not talking about equal.
No, because there's no such thing in my opinion.
There's no equal, but it's equitable. And that's what you need is equitable, balanced treatment. Yes. So let's see. The next question is, are you guys in an area of the United States that is legally recognizable to have another wife?
No,
there's no place like that in the United States
that recognizes plural marriage.
There's no place.
People have tried,
but I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible. Marriage is not. It should not be determined by any government. First of all, the government tries to regulate who consenting adults can marry and who consenting adults can spend their lives with as life partners, and they haven't done a very good job, and that should tell all of us that they are not the ones to be governing that. So your belief system, your elders, your quote unquote God, is the one that's supposed to, is the governance of marriage, and that's just how it is. American government tried to keep blacks and whites from marrying for decades, and there was no way that they could stop a black person and a white person from getting together, living in that house, and raising their babies and being together. There was no way they could stop it, and many people lived that way, whether we want to believe it or not. They did, until they had to just break down the law, just forget it, because it wasn't working. The same thing, we might not like it, but it's true. The same thing when it comes to homosexuals. They've tried to keep homosexuals from living together, living their lives as spouses, and they haven't been able to stop. No laws have stopped anybody who wanted to be together from being together. And polygamous wise, it hasn't stopped anybody now. It's not stopping the FLDS. I don't care how many raids have happened on their communities and things like that. And those are white people. They dragging husbands out their homes and leaving those women and children by themselves. And those men still went back to those wives and to those children, and they continued their polygamous lifestyles. So the government's just not stopping anything. They're not stopping Cody and them. Cody and them got a whole show. It's not stopping them.
No, Sister Wives.
And that's not the only polygamous show out there, and it hasn't stopped anyone. So it's not stopping us. The United States, I know the scripture says, what do they say about laws? What do they say? What does the verse say? I'm having like a brain fart on that. About following the laws of the land, but it's when it's unjust. You don't follow it when it's unjust, and you don't follow it when it's like separating your ability to follow Yah's law. Right. So here we are. We here, and there's no place that is going to be accepting of it legally, and they need to legalize it. That's another conversation.
Another conversation.
Let's see. Miss Lacey Parker again asked us the names of our businesses, and we said no. Hashima says, do y'all share the same bedroom? No,
my room's upstairs.
Her room is upstairs. She also, Alicia told us to get a bigger couch.
You gonna get us one? You gonna get us biggest? Okay, we got. You don't even understand. We have the biggest couch you can ever imagine. In the living room.
It's huge. I mean, so it fits everyone in the family,
literally,
with room for like 2 more people.
That was just an excuse. That the couch. There's no space on the couch.
We could make it happen.
Yeah, we could make it happen.
Like a magic trick.
It's the co-wives. That's
right. This is about us right here.
Oh Lord. Marcella said, are we able to bring in another husband?
No, that's not polygyny. That is not polygyny. That's not polygyny. Polygyny is one man married to multiple women. End. Period. There is nothing else outside of that. Are you trying to suggest that we cheat on our husband with another man? That is not polygyny. That is something else.
No.
That is like polyamory / polyandry and some other stuff. And no, that's just,
No, not interested. Darak Yaakov Shalom says, every time I say it's Hebrew, Shalom. But anyway, do you have any activities of service, rites of passages for your sons? Do we have any activities that are rites of passage for our sons? Do you want me to tell them? The answer is yes. Would you like me to tell them though?
What's that? Go ahead.
No, listen.
Do we have any rites of passages for our sons?
For our sons.
Do you want me to?
Go ahead.
The answer is yes, but it's not just for the sons per se. It's for the children in general. I mean, and there's 2 rites of passages really, and the second one is actually for. It is definitely for the sons. The second one, but when a child in this household gets 10 years old. They are purchased a rifle, and the entire family, before we had the land that we had, would go to the gun range, and the older children and their father would go and shoot with them, and they'd shoot and like go have lunch and come home. That is their 10th birthday. And we still do the same thing now. It's just now we have land. So on your 10th birthday, we buy you a gun. We go out. You're going to learn how to use that gun from the rooter to the tutor. That is your gun. Yes. And, you know, we're all going to shoot together in honor of your 10th birthday. Absolutely. The boys get what kind of gun?
243 juniors.
The boys get 243 juniors.
Junior hand rifle.
And the girls get 22 LRs.
Yes, 22 LRs.
The girls get 22 LRs. And they learn them. They are into, you know how it goes when you have guns of the same. You can interchange your bullets and things like that. So that's that. And the second kind of coming of age for the boys is that they're going to go work with their father at some point. They gonna go with you. And that'll happen at...
I'm just looking at the way it sounds and the repercussions.
They go off and they learn how to do real manly men's work with their father.
Hopefully they can be sent to the Maasai.
To the Maasai. You must go visit the Maasai.
Maasai.
And visit the chief. And sit with the prince and then climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
Because he's done
it all. Go climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Yes. You know, that's what you go do.
They should do that on their 18th birthday. Like you should collectively get them all.
Take them all. So go jump with the Maasai. Sit down in the Maasai hut and speak to the chief.
Because he's literally climbed Mount Kilimanjaro to the top.
To the top of the top.
To the Uhuru Peak.
How you say it?
Uhuru Peak.
Look at that. See,
yes.
He did that.
That's the highest point in Africa.
Yes. Okay, so let's see. So those are the rites of passage in our family.
So yes.
She says... Yeah,
wives and concubines.
There's a difference. Absolutely, that's right. She says, so why does the wife select the second wife instead of the husband? The wife basically runs the home and children's daily activities. Wouldn't she know what needs to be added in the home in a co-parenting and co-wifery sort of way? Yes. But, okay. All right. It happens.
It happens.
Does it actually happen?
They want it to happen.
Is it attempted?
It's attempted.
It's you know, people. That's when people are very focused on sisterhood.
That's on here, right?
That's on there. Segue into sisterhood.
This is fun. We gonna talk about sisterhood.
It's on the paper.
We gotta go eat.
Yeah, we do.
We gotta go eat. Oh man,
we gonna go eat. But every time we do these videos, we be hungry.
Nah, for the next one. All right. We're gonna have to say.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Can I wrap it up?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the last one. Okay. There's all these other questions.
Okay, wait. Just finish these questions.
We gonna wrap this up.
Right. But postpone that last question for the next
time. Okay. So, Sister Lacey Parker.
Tune in next week.
We're gonna answer your question
right there. We
like that
question.
We're gonna tag you when we do this.
We start that. That's gonna be next Sunday.
Because you've been coming
sometime
with the
after 5. You got the questions. So let's see.
We're going to place our donation link like you said too.
Yes. It's a loaded question. That question needs time for us to answer.
I need that established.
The donation link?
Yes, we're going to place the donation link down there for you, Lacey, like you asked.
Aaron Thomas says, are y'all a part of any particular community? Nah. No. We're loosely affiliated with many people, but we are not a part of any communities at all. No. Niasa says, who is actually married and what ceremony did you have for the second wife? And was there such a thing as a couple's privilege when you first began?
Okay, question.
That's a disrespectful.
No, well,
actually.
No. We should understand. That's a legal marriage.
That's the producer.
Your question. Our producer doesn't like your question.
He hungry.
He like, let's go, yo.
It's not about that. I'm defensive with
they're asking who was actually married, and we did. If you when we put this video on and you rewinded a little bit, we do talk about legal marriage and things like that, and how much we don't really care about legal marriage. We talked about the ceremony thing also as well. But the question was there such a thing as couples privilege when you first began? I don't like couples privilege. Couples privilege comes out of polyamory, and that's just not something that we do here. I do not want him to break up with her based on me being put out on something. Suddenly I have a change of heart on polygyny or something like that. I don't like that.
Disrespecting the union.
Thank you, Mama Gina says. Mama Gina says they both are actually married.
Exactly. Thank you.
That is lovely.
You,
that's exactly. That's why he don't want to touch it. That's why irritated.
Yeah, I'm not answering disrespectful questions.
She's rubbing his arm. Rubbing his leg. She's like, please, it's okay. It's all right.
Got you.
But you know, so there is no couples privilege.
Yes. It does exist in some relationships.
It does exist in some
and that's why those marriages don't last.
You can't do that.
They have a revolving door because people...
And actually...
That's terrible. I don't like it.
You get that when the woman chooses.
When the women choose the wives, yes, because they like,
but
you know
next
what?
week.
I don't think it's going to work.
Yes.
So tune in next week.
Yay.
Wait, let me see. Where is it? Tune in next Sunday. We'll do this again.
Put the channel.
Yes, I'll put the channel and everything down.
Let's plug it in right now.
Oh,
YouTube.
The Co-Wife channel.
The channel's the Co-Wife.
The name of our.
I'm gonna try to grab
YouTube.
it for y'all, and then y'all will know. Like, and I'll put it in the links before we go and eat.
Yes, we will set up a donation link down there, like Lacey suggested, because as you see, we got like technical difficulties. We got a little small couch and stuff like that. We're gonna make sure all this happens for you guys.
Yeah.
We've reached 53 viewers. This was a great day.
Still gonna have
Thanks for tuning in with us.
What else?
Bring your friends.
Yes, bring your friends. Bring your questions. We'll try to do
We're
this.
gonna take your money like Umar Johnson.
No, why would you say something like that?
Push him out.
We're gonna tell you about this bigger couch we're gonna get, and you'll never see that bigger couch.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Because we like our little couch.
We're gonna talk about this big couch we ain't never gonna get.
Yeah, we'll
Is that like the
forever
school
talk
that
about
Why y'all
they
gotta
never
do that?
got?
See?
Wow.
Like I
That
was
is
saying
1,000
before,
times. He needs thank you.
my fellow people.
Yeah.
That's it. I quit.
It's hilarious.
So we have
go
one
feed
more.
your man.
Yes, please. I'm hungry. He's hungry. It's serious over here. So
thank you for calling us a
what
beautiful
else?
family. Nobro, I can't pronounce it, but you know, thank you. Big ups.
Yeah.
So yes, we only have one more Q&A session left, and that's going to be next Sunday. If you guys like this and you want us to extend it, inbox us, let us know. Check out the YouTube channel. Feel free to tune in.
Don't read. Go ahead. Feel free to tune in. Tune in to the YouTube. I'm not finna let her see the comments. Nah.
Good night.
Good night.